Hey, how's it going, everyone? It's my guy knows a guy from NBA Betting Today on the SportX Insights YouTube channel. Not too much going on in the NBA today, so I'll only be here for a couple of minutes, but I did say I would jump back on after I took a look at some of the prop markets. I haven't been able to unearth anything for today. We're looking pretty good for the weekend, though, once we have another refreshed set of data. We need a refreshed set of data for the props market, but I will share some of the updates that happened before the game, and then I will recap the pick from this morning and possibly just go through some of the games quickly. I'll get off in maybe about 10 minutes. We're going to have a Twitter Spaces session actually to share some picks from some of the other people in the community. So if you guys want, jump on and join the conversation on Twitter. So yeah, let's see. Well, the main thing right now is I don't think they've officially ruled out John Collins for the Atlanta Hawks. I said I lean strongly to the Bulls, but I wanted to see the direction that the line travels in after the news of John Collins officially being ruled out. We do know that Lauri Markkanen will return for the Cavaliers, but the coach said that he will be on a minutes restriction. This game, let me just check out the line movement for 1 second, because this game, to me, it just dropped to 5.5. This is a game that I'll be monitoring closely because I want to see the intent of the Detroit Pistons, see what their intent is after the All-Star break, if they're going to strip down their roster, especially after today. How many results do they reasonably want to compete in? You look at the backcourt of the Cavaliers. The Pistons already have a sample size of competing against this Cavs squad, even when Darius Garland was playing. So this is going to be a tricky game for the Cavs, but honestly, they still have a distinct advantage on the front line. Jared Allen's still going to be here. Evan Mobley is still going to be here. The line did drop to 5.5. Lauri Markkanen is going to play, and he's going to be on a minutes restriction. He's going to be on a minutes restriction today. We have 1 second. So many Twitter tabs open. It's crazy. It was actually slowing my computer down. But yeah, as you can see, Lauri Markkanen is going to play today. We're waiting for John Collins. I may add a bet on the Bulls, but as of right now, I have a bet from this morning on the Kings, the Sacramento Kings, plus 4.5. I'm anticipating a bit of suspect activity in this game. Let's see the level of desire from the Nuggets right after the All-Star break. Let's see what level of intensity they come out with, especially in the first quarter. In the first quarter, actually, this Nuggets team is a team that's been making people quite a bit of money. They were a bit of a trendy first quarter team just going into the All-Star break. So I'll be watching their role players to see if they can get back to the three-point standard that they set for themselves before the All-Star break. Usually when you're in such a good three-point shooting rhythm, like the role players of the Denver Nuggets found themselves to be in, the form that they found themselves to be in, after you have a break like this, things can really reset, and it can throw you off your rhythm, especially when you're a team that, because they lean so heavily on a singular star, Jokic, the rest of these players essentially have to shoot lights out for them to compete on a night in, night out basis. So let's see how it goes today. I'll definitely be watching. De'Aaron Fox and Sabonis tonight. I have a lot of players that I'm familiar with in the props market, in the NBA props markets, that I have circled to monitor after today. So we'll get things back rolling when it comes to the NBA props, but I'll probably reduce the output and just try to share the best. I'm really not even trying to share too many leans, although in terms of trying to sway you to bet a certain direction, I'm just trying to go with my picks and really just a more targeted approach, but I'm still giving my thoughts on each of the games. And when we get to let's get to this Suns Thunder game. Let's talk about that for a second. I really, really enjoy watching the Suns play basketball. It's going to be a new occurrence in recent memory to watch them play without Chris Paul. This is going to be something new for us, especially this season, as Chris Paul hasn't missed a game. Chris Paul hasn't missed a game this season. Okay, so a lot of pressure on Devin Booker right now. Not pressure, but to maintain that 6.5 game lead over the Golden State Warriors, who are looking to reintegrate a couple of their own pieces pretty soon. Well, we don't know exactly about Draymond Green, but I want to know what's the game plan going to be. Is the ball going to be in Aaron Holiday's hands during the primary playmaking opportunities when bringing the ball up the court, or are we going to see point Booker? Or is there going to? Let me pull up Devin Booker's assist prop actually. I just want to see what they graded it at. I had it listed 6.5. That's increased from an average of about 4.5 assists for Devin Booker. So he is a player that I'm watching today very closely just to see who is going to be that distributor. These are a lot of assists that need to be made up for the Phoenix Suns. I'm watching Devin Booker. I'm watching Aaron Holiday, and I'm watching the three-point percentage, the three-point efficiency of the Phoenix Suns. A high percentage of Chris Paul's assists lead to three-point opportunities. So let's see if these elite shooters on the Phoenix Suns roster are going to maintain their average without their floor general on the court. Okay, so it's pretty suspicious to me that they're favored by 10.5 on the road with SGA coming back. I know Lou Dort, elite defender. Let's see what the Thunder are in a basket of teams for me because of the activity that we saw from them before the All-Star break. Let me make sure nothing came up. Yeah, hopefully you guys can see some more injuries anyways. Yeah, they didn't say anything. It's on the screen, but we'll see. It's a very interesting game, the Suns and the Thunder game. Anyways, moving on to another game for just a second, because in about 5 minutes, actually about 6:15, I'm going to go on Twitter Spaces. If you want to join the conversation or listen to some other people talk about their research as well for NBA picks coming through on Twitter Spaces, I'll be hosting a room in just a few minutes. So let's get through the rest of this. A couple of notes. One other note from today was the head coach of the Minnesota Timberwolves, Chris Finch, said that he's going to shorten the rotation of the Minnesota Timberwolves. So let's see what that means exactly. Though the Grizzlies are down to -1.5. Chris Finch said that they want to tighten things up as they make a push down the stretch. So let's see what that means. Who's going to get knocked out of the rotation? Noel, maybe Beasley. Malik Beasley is actually having a down year. So the T-Wolves are another team on the fringe that I have my eye on after the All-Star break. Nothing else major in terms of injury news right now, but we do know that James Harden is going to play tomorrow. James Harden is on track to make his Philadelphia 76ers debut tomorrow, everyone. Okay. I don't know where that is on the screen right now. It's zoomed in too far. But for the Sixers, James Harden will make his debut tomorrow. Let's see what that means for the odds. We know that odds makers like to overreact when superstar pieces are acquired, especially in the early days. There might be some value on the other side, but we have to analyze it on a game-by-game basis. For now, as I said earlier, my pick today is the Sacramento Kings +4.5 from this morning. I still like it at +4. I'm expecting a competitive game. Yeah, Elastico. I said I took the Sacramento Kings +4.5. If you had a chance to watch the earlier live stream from this morning, I took the Sacramento Kings +4.5. The line is at 4, as low as 3.5 at some places. I would say this is good for Kings bettors, but at the end of the day, you have a nuclear force in Jokic. This guy is going crazy, and they have to have a solid game plan. I'm expecting an above-average shooting performance off the break from some of the players that weren't involved in the All-Star game festivities. Yeah, people are betting the Pistons a lot today. People are betting the Nets a lot today. And let's see how it goes. I'm seeing quite a few dollars on the Pistons, and let's see what that means for them and their and maybe the in-game odds as well. I really have my eye on the Pistons for the second half. Who do I see getting a triple-double tonight? T-Wolves back-to-back against the Sixers tomorrow. Man, that's going to be a very interesting game tomorrow. I won a good amount of money. You can check it out on my page. When the T-Wolves, I had the money line in the first meeting. The game was ridiculous at the end. That was much earlier in the season. That was a nice money line hit with the T-Wolves. But, things are much different now. Who do I think might get a triple-double today? Let me look at the board. That's a difficult – I'll tell you the truth. I'm not trying to hit the lottery every day. I know that sounds crazy, but I'm not really trying to hit the lottery every day. SGA is back, so you're going to get better odds on Josh Giddey, but he's young player. They should, even if they're down by 30, Josh Giddey will still be in the game. That's a pretty trendy pick though. For a triple double, I would say like for huge odds, I think a player like Ja Morant may have an outside chance. Those odds would probably be massive because and then Jokic. Jokic could lose to the Kings tonight and still get a triple double. It doesn't really reflect wins and losses. I'll just say that. Anyways, everyone, that's a quick pregame update. Quick NBA pregame update just came on to update everyone on some of the injury news, some of the stuff going on in the NBA. John Collins on track to be out. Lauri Markkanen in for the Cavs. As we know, Caris LeVert is going to be out for 1 to 2 weeks, and Darius Garland is also out as well. A lot of dollars on the Pistons. Let's see how it goes. Best of luck on all of your bets, and I'm going to open up a room on Twitter Spaces if you want to listen to the conversation. Check it out and hit the like button and subscribe to the YouTube channel. See you guys again tomorrow.